Some people see what I'm not without knowing what I have got. They don't take a proper look at this very special cook. They can't see the pans for the pots, the cutlery or the spoons. I don't know, I've never met for it before. Each dish is a great work of art. Each meal has a magical part. A menu of pure delight I serve up every night, each helping a piece of my heart. Un petit peu de ma cœur, perhaps. Welcome to my world. It's more than soufflés, exquisite entrees, flaming flambés. In my world is passion and grace. Just look at this place, it's my world.
Be good for Mrs. Ponte, Angel.
Bye, Mum.
Bye-bye.
I have to take Gabriella for her injection today, but Mr. Fish will keep an eye on them while I'm gone.
Fine.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks.
Look, streets of water.
That's Venezia, one of the most beautiful places in Italy.
Where's Italy?
A long way away.
How far? Past High Street?
I guess so.
Can we go there with your mum? Mum, can we go to Italy?
One day.
Why not today?
Gabby has to go to the health center. I should only be an hour, Mr. Fish.
Don't you worry about a thing, Mrs. Ponte. I'm all ready. Oh, and may I say that last night's dinner, the lasagna, was simply superb.
Homemade gnocchi tonight.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Be good. No tricks on Mr. Fish.
All right, you two, sit there and look directly ahead. No speaking, no laughing, no moving, and no noise. Those are the rules. No swinging your legs.
Beverly, we're not allowed to do anything.
No talking. Shh. No pulling faces in the foyer.
Do you have a rule for everything?
I most certainly do.
Now, how many rules is that? A zillion, billion, trillion?
I know. I'll read you the entire foyer rule book from A to Z. You'll enjoy that. Come back here, you two! Waitress, where have you gone? Come back here! You can't hide from me! I know every inch of this foyer!
I'm not allowed to cross roads. What's on that side? How should I know?
You stood on the curb, so you have to cross. That's the rules.
Wow, we did it!
Faster, faster, I wisty. Jog. Scary, snappy, danger, dog. Chained behind that fence, he's locked. Hey, doggy dog, make not a fuss. Just because you can't catch us. First you can't catch, first you can't catch, first you can't catch. Doggy dog.
Eddie? Raph? Look, I know where you are. Don't make me come and get you.
Where are we? Look, just like in the photo. We're in Italy.
A long time ago, before there were cities, there was a lone little house. In this house lived a man and his wife. And one day they had a son. They were so very proud of him, they decided to plant a tree in his honor. As time passed, the little lad grew up, and so did his tree. He watered it and tended it, and got to know all the creatures that came to the tree for food and shelter. In time, he grew to be a man, and his tree grew so tall, it was the biggest thing around. It was teeming with the wildlife that had made it their home. But something strange was happening. On the horizon there were new buildings, tall and grey, and the air was turning thick and brown. The man did not know it was the expanding city, only that it was coming closer and closer, and it was making his tree very sick. Soon the birds and the animals would have no place to live. What could he do? In time, the city took over everything, and the tree died. But the man had an idea. He grew his whiskers longer and longer, so long, in fact, that all the animals moved in. But with all those whiskers and all those animals, he couldn't move anymore. His whiskers had taken root in the ground. Now he was becoming ill from the pollution, just like the tree. One day, a little bird was flying through the city looking for food. He spotted a little girl growing flowers in her window box. He realized the girl might help his friend. "Do you want me to follow you?" So off they went. "Oh my, do you live here? But there's a man under all those whiskers." She pulled out a tiny pair of scissors and began to trim the beard. "No, no," pleaded the man, but she could not hear him through all those whiskers. "There, finished. How did you get into such a state? Oh, why are you crying?" "Now my friends have nowhere to live. But look, An amazing thing was happening. The wind was blowing the whiskers all over the city, and wherever they landed, green shoots sprouted. So the animals and birds and insects could all live happily again, and the people of the city loved the new green look. They watered and tended their new gardens and parks. A new shoot had sprouted where the old tree had been. And that's why in this city we always plant a tree when a baby is born. Now you water this tree. There's someone I must see. Yes, Grandma. Yoo-hoo! Do you need a trim or anything? No, thanks all the same.
Right, got you! Mr. Michelangelo, sir. Profoundest apologies. Pray continue.
John.
Oh, no. Mrs. Ponte will be back in 40 minutes. I'm doomed.
Thank you. I'm tired. Let's go home. Where is home? That way. I don't think so. That way. We don't know, do you?
Oh, sorry I am for all I said. Snuffling snouts I dread.
Oh, mean it, we didn't. No, nice doggy, dog. Good doggy. Pretty doggy. Oh.
Oh no. He's sniffing me. Oh, he's going to tickle me, I can tell. Oh, no, puppy, don't
must
lick me.
have funny side
Oh,
it
no,
is,
don't
I
lick
say.
me. Oh, he's tickling me with his wet nose. Oh, puppy.
I know what to do. Let's ask a grown-up what he thinks. Great idea. Raph Ponte.
Hello, Raph Ponte. How are you?
You talk English. I'm Annie and we're lost.
I see. Where do you live?
In Australia. We've walked a long way.
Where's your mother?
She's at the health centre because Gabby has to get a needle. She screams really loud.
Well, how about I ring the health centre? Would you two like an ice cream?
Lemon, please. Chocolate, please.
Some people call me a cook. I wish they would take a good look. My many qualities, my infallibilities. I tell you, I could write a book. A short novel, perhaps, or a poem, or a song, huh? Some people think that I'm fat. But really, I'm much more than that. I'm not really corpulent, I just have a chubby bent. There's so much more under my hat. Maybe I should have said beret, huh? It's a question of taste. Welcome to my world. It's more than soufflés, exquisite entrees, flaming lambés. In my world is passion and grace. Just look at this place, it's my world. Some people see what I'm not, without knowing what I have got. They don't take a proper look at this very special cook. They can't see the pans for the pots. The cutlery or the spoons? I don't know, I've never metaphoured before. Each dish is a great work of art. Each meal has a magical part. A menu of pure delight I serve up every night, each helping a piece of my heart. Petit peu de ma cœur, perhaps. Welcome to my world. It's more than soufflés, exquisite entrees, flaming flambés. In my world is passion and grace. Just look at this place, it's my world.
How did you two get here? Where's Mr. Fish?
We ran away from him.
Then I'm very angry with both of you. You know it's dangerous to wander away without an adult.
But he wouldn't let us move. He wouldn't let us swing our legs. And he tried to read us his rule book. And the chairs were too hard.
You still did the wrong thing. Promise me now that you two will never run away again.
We promise.
You were very lucky that Gina took care of you.
No problem, they were very good.
Thank you so much.
And thanks for the ice cream. Ciao.
Mr. Fish?
Mrs. Ponte, I have something terrible to tell you. Well, not very terrible, not if you bear in mind that you do have an alternative, the son, just as the Burkes have another daughter. Oh, I do hope you're not going to become emotional about this. It's just that those two little wretches... Ah, there they are now. Perfect angels. They were perfect angels the whole time you were gone. Thanks indeed to my excellent supervision. They didn't move an inch.
I found them up the street.
You found them up... You found... And what are you going to do to punish them for their serious crime?
Did you try to make them sit in chairs without moving?
Absolutely.
Mr. Fish!
I assure you it was for your own good.
Then I'm going to have to reconsider the Noki situation. For your own good.
No gnocchi.
Lizards and chameleons, skellies and asps. Listen a while, kissing up the dial for a smile on your dial is the mobile reptile style missile. And I'll hear no denial. Here's Rocky.
Greetings, thrill seekers. Greetings. Friends, the two-footers are a weak and pathetic species. But why?
I'm not sure of the answer to that one.
Because they just don't eat right. And as everyone knows, you are what you eat.
So, your favourite food must be nuts then, eh, Brock?
Silence! I will have a game of mocky hockey.
Thank you, Noki. Slides! Observe these little footers. Desperate for nutrition. Yet what do they feed on? Mud and snow. Or this big footer, obviously hungry, tucking into a meal of dead worms. We all know worms are no good unless they're live and wriggling. Slides! Worst of all, when two-footers do find nutritious food, like this juicy free-range blowfly, they squish it and throw it in the bin. Is it any wonder we're so much more civilised than them? Food for thought, my friends. Food for thought.
Let's hear it for Rocky.
You're wrong, laughing stock, Rock.
Guess where we went today?
How can a lotus guess without any clues?
It was far.
Far, distant, abroad.
They had streets of water and ice cream called gelati.
Abroad, streets of water, gelati ice cream. It sounds like you went to Venice, Italy.
We did!
But how did you go to Italy without Lotus?
We walked.
You walked to Italy?
Yeah, but don't worry, Lotus. You can take us next time. Yeah, it was a long way.
Lotus will take you now. What is wrong?